Kakadosh, Boker or Shavua Tov, Daf Yomi, Masechet, Batra Daf Ayin Hamud Aleph 75a1. We're in the Gemara. We were speaking about the entire concept of the Leviathan, if you remember. So he said, Kiata Ravdimi, when Ravdimi came from Masechet Bavel, he said, Yochanan Atid Gavriel Lasot, Kenigna in Leviathan. So he's going to capture the Leviathan, right? Sedat Chayot. Shnema says, Pasuk, Tivshol Vyatem Chaka, Uvchevel. Right, the chaka is like the hook, right? That they come and they catch it. Tashkia l'shono. He says, "V'ilmaleh Kadosh Baruch Hu." If it wasn't for Kadosh Baruch Hu helping him, enu yacholo, he wouldn't be able to. Shnei says, "Basuka so yagiash cherbo." Fine. Kiata Ravdimi, when Ravdimi came from Vel Teritzel, Amar Rabbi Yochanan says the name of Rabbi Yochanan. B'shah sheliviatan ra'ev. When the Leviathan is going to be ra'ev, motzi hevel mipivu martiach. So he's going to take out from his mouth hevel, okay, which is like the breath, and then it's going to become very, very hot. He's going to heat up all the waters in the mitzula, in the depths of the water. Okay? He's going to bring up he's going to heat up, right? And if it wouldn't be for the fact that he's going to bring his head into Gan Eden, nobody will come and be able to stand with its strong smell, okay, the bad smell. Because basically it would be so hot and Shneimar yam yasim kamerkacha. Okay, uvesha shetzamena when it's thirsty, or set tlamim bayam. It's going to make a whole bunch of waves, right, in the sea. Shneimar acharav ya'ir nativ. Amar Rav Bar Yaakov en tehom chozer le'etanot 70 shana. Do you know that when it's thirsty, the tehom will not come back to its normal until 70 years. Shneimar yachshov tehom la'seva ve'en seva la'pechuta mishivim. Seva, right, what we call seva ve'zikna, right? What do we call yashish v'nichbad? Yashish v'nichbad is already going to be at 70 years. Thanks a lot. A person 70 years old, then he's already a yashish. He's already a... Yeah, 100%. Yeah. כן. כך כתוב פה. seva זה 70 שנה. כן? כן. 70 שנה. 70, you need to stand up? Yes. Yeah, for the elderly people. That's seva. Seva.
Lauren Becker sees me, right? He rises from his seat.
100%. It says it. Seva tova is going to be, yeah? Fine. Because it says that David Melech was vayamot beseva tova. He died at the age of 70. That's still called seva tova. Seva is 70 years old.
Old age. Ripe old age.
Ripe old age. Okay?
You got to stand for Abba.
Yeah.
Old guys.
Okay, let's go. Amar Rabba Amar Rabbi Yochanan. Says Rabba in the name of Rabbi Yochanan. Atida Kadosh Baruch Hu la'asot seuda letzadikim b'sarosh Leviathan. In the future, Kadosh Baruch Hu will make a seuda for the tzadikim from the flesh of the Leviathan. Shneimar says the pasuk, Yichru alav habbarim ve'en kera ela seuda. There's no kera ela seuda. Shneimar says the pasuk, Vayichre lahem kera gdola ve'yochlu ve'yishtu. En chabbarim, who's chabbarim? תלמידי חכמים, שנאמר, היושבת בגנים, חברים, וחברים, החבר is a תלמיד חכם. מקשיבים לכל החשבים, והשאר מחלקים אותו, and the rest, the leftovers, they're going to divide it, ועושה בסחורה בשוקי שלהם, they're going to make it, right, they're going to sell it in the marketplaces of Jerusalem. שנאמר בזה בפסוק, יחצו בין כנענים, בין כנענים לתגרים, תגרים are the כנענים, שנאמר בזה בפסוק, כנעם בידו מאזני מגמל, לשוק אהב. You have another pasuk also. Sarim kinanea nichbade eretz. Okay, fine. Next, the Amar Rabba Amar Rabbi Yochanan says Rabba name of Yochanan. Hatida Kadosh Baruch Hu lasot sukkah latzadikim merosh Leviathan. Hakadosh Baruch Hu in the future will come and make a sukkah for the tzadikim from the flesh of the Leviathan. Shneimar says the pasuk hatmale besukot oro. Exactly. So he says, can you make a sukkah merosh Leviathan? Zacha osin lo sukkah. If he's going to be zocheh, we're going to make a meaning. If the person's going to be a zocheh, he's going to make from the order of Leviathan a sukkah. If not, osin lo tziltzal. They're going to make him a stel, right? Which is basically the, how do you call it? It's like a gag. It's like a roof, but it's not mamash a sukkah. Shade. Shneimar says the pasuk tziltzal dagim lo sho. Zacha osin lo tziltzal. If no zacha osin lo anak. They're going to make him a necklace around his neck. Shneimar says the pasuk. If not, they're going to make him a kamiyah. Kamiyah is an amulet. Shneimar says the pasuk, right? And whatever is left over from the skins of the Leviathan, is going to place it on the walls of Jerusalem. And it's going to be a splendor. There's going to be a light from one place of the world to the end of the world. Shneimar, ve'aluchu goyim leorech, umlachim lenoga zarchech. It says the goyim will go according to your light, and the kings, right, with a splendor, with a shine. Okay, fine. This was actually last week's haftarah, not this past Shabbat, the one before. V'samti chad kod shimshotaich. Right, what does that mean? I'm going to place, right, the walls from the stones of kadkod. I don't know. You literally translate kadkod. Yeah, it's going to explain now. It's a good stone, but okay. So he says here, Amar b'Shimon ben Nachmani, plige tre malache barakia. There was a machlok between two different malachim in the firmament, right? Which are the two malachim? Gabriel and Michael. Those are the two different angels. Some people say tre amorai, but it wasn't two angels. It was two rabbis, two amoraim in Eretz Yisrael. Umaninu, who are they? Yehuda and Chizkiah, the children of Rabbi Chia. Chadamar, one of them says it's Avnei Shoam. Even Shoam is like a sapphire. How do you translate Shoam?
Beryl,
Onyx.
Beryl, others people say onyx.
Onyx. Okay, beryl, onyx, whatever it is. Avechadamar, one of them says Yashve, jasper.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
each
In the Minarot HaKotel. Yeah.
each square it's 15,000.
Oh wow.
Sure.
Okay, there you go. So Amar lo hu HaKadosh Baruch Hu, says HaKadosh Baruch Hu, le'aveh kedem v'chedem. It should be like both, which means the Choma will be built also of the Shoam and also of the Yashve. So it's also of the, whether it's the onyx or the other one that you said, or the jasper, whichever, like both. And that's kadkod. Kadkod is kadin v'chadin, like this one and like this one, right? That means like both of them, like this one and like this one. So it's like both. Onyx, yeah. No, I don't know.
They do the onyx on the.
The Gemara says, "Usharaich lavne gdach." What does that mean exactly? Kiha. We're talking about now that the stone, like the gates of the walls, right, are going to be made from a very big stone. Rabbi Yochanan was saying, "Atir Kadosh Baruch Hu le'avi avanim tovim ha'galiyot shem 30 amot 30 v'chogim be'en 10 al 20 amamdim Yerushalayim." So you know, Kadosh Baruch Hu will bring in the future stones which are going to be 30 amot by 30 amot. Imagine 15 squared meters. Okay, you're paying attention, Richard. 15 square meters. You know what that is? 15 meters squared, right? And he's going to have, right, 10 by 20 amot. He's going to put them in Sharei Yerushalayim. There was a student that he started laughing. He said, we can't even find good stones, which are not even like a small egg or whatever it is. You're going to tell me now we're going to the 15 amot squared. Like, well, what's going on? 50 meters squared. It happened that he flew his finato bayam. He started going, and he saw malachei asheret. So they were coming, they were making these huge things, 30 by 30. And it was a 10 by 20, right, in height. So Amar lehu, he went and he said, Hani leman, he asked them, what are they for? Amru lehem, they said, right, Amru lei, shatikos berachom and Mishal Yerushalayim. After he went from Yochanan, Amar lehu, and he said, Dirosh Rebbe, lechana el lidrosh. Continue going, giving drashot, give a dvar Torah. Why? You do it nicely. Kasher amarta kenaiti, just like what you said, I saw. Amar lo reika, he told them, empty-headed one. Elmaleh raita, kilu lo raita. If you didn't see it, you wouldn't have believed it. Melagleg al divrei chachamim ata, while you're laughing at the words of the rabbis. Natan and Albo, he put his eyes on him. Nasa gal shel atzamot. He became a pile of bones. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes people have to learn how to do that, Richard, but it's much easier said than done. Yeah. So basically, what happened? He became a pile of bones. He killed him on the spot. Yeah. Fine. Meitve. So they ask the following question: He's going to go with you with a komaz kufa, with an upright. Rabbi Meir says, "Matay mama kishte komot shel adam rishon." It's going to be 200 amot. What does that mean? In the future, right? The koma of an adam givua, right, will be 200 amot. I mean, his height will be 200 amot. Double, right? Kishte komot shel adam rishon. After he sinned, meaning HaKadosh Baruch Hu made him 100 amot after he sinned. But before he sinned, Adam Rishon's height was 200 amot. That's 100 square meters. 100 meters. Exactly. 100 meters. No, we're how many meters? We're 4 meters. No, what 4 meters? 2 meters. We're 1 point whatever 8, 1.7 meters, 1.8 meters. Yeah, it's mamash. Think about it. You know what it is? 100 meters, right? Rabbi Yehuda says me'ama. It's 100 amot. Keneged Hechal uktalav. Keneged Hechal and the walls of the Hechal. Shneimar b'zapsuk. Asher banenu kintin megudalim binurem menodem kazav yom yechudu Hechal. Just like the Hechal. So it answers the Gemara. When Rabbi Yochanan said this, the Chaved Zika. We're talking about the Chalonot, right, where it's coming inside, but the Shanim themselves were actually even much higher. So we were talking about just the windows. We weren't actually talking about the actual, how do you call this, actual gates. Okay, a third thing that said Rabbi in the name of Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan, Sheva chupot, the whole tzaddik v'tzaddik. Every tzaddik will have 7 chupot. Shneimar b'zebzuk, uvara Hashem al kol mechon har Tzion val mikra'ea. Anan, right? So Anan Yomam is 1. Ashan 2. Noga 3. Esh 4. Le'ava Laila 5. Le'ava Laila Aki Kol. And then Kavod is 6 and Chuppah is 7. So there's 7 different Lashonot, 7 different languages. So there's going to be 7 Chuppot made, right? For Melamed Shekol Echad Ve'echad Oseh Lo HaKadosh Baruch Hu Chuppah Lefi Kvodo. So each one will have a Chuppah according to his kavod. So this one is going to be made out of fake flowers. The other one is going to be made out of beautiful flowers. The other one have orchids and this. And each one, according to his level, will have his chuppah. So Ashan bechuppah lama. He says, why do you need Ashan in the chuppah? Ashan is like smoke. So Amar Chanina shekol mi she'enav tzaro b'tamidei chachamim olam hazeh, v'lo enav Ashan olam ba. If somebody is going to be stingy with tamidei chachamim in this world, in the future, his eyes will be filled with Ashan. Right? Ve'esh bechuppah lama. Why do you need fire? Each person will be burnt from the jealousy of the chuppah of his friends. Woe to the busha and woe to the klima, meaning woe to such an embarrassment that he said, I don't understand. This guy Kilu is my friend in Olam Hazeh. So he come to Olam Haba and look at this guy. This guy's on fire and I'm here, not there. He's going to be burnt because of it. He's going to be mamash. He's going to feel terrible about it. Just like we're going to see, it says that HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Moshe Rabbeinu that you have to place your hod, your splendor onto Yoshua. But not everything. The face of Moshe was like the Chama, was like the sun. And Yoshua was like the moon. Which means that there was a busha chlima, which means that Yoshua, which was the new manhig after Moshe Rabbeinu, right, he didn't have the same kavod like Moshe Rabbeinu. Do you know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu did 10 different chupot to Adam and Rishon in Gan Eden? Right? Remember it says Pasuk, so it starts over there. Odem, number 1, Pidah, number 2, Yalom, 3, Tarshish, 4, Shoam, 5, Yashveh, 6, Sapir, 7, Nofech, 8, Bareket is going to be 9, Zahav is going to be 10. Morzutra Amar is 11. Shneimar b'zebazuk kol even yikara. Rabbi Yochanan v'Garua mikulan. The worst of all of them is Zahav. Right? The Kachashi live so because Zahav is the last one. Meaning we thought gold was like up there. Nowadays they have platinum and like they have other names also. No, like diamond or something that's above gold. No, you've got like how does it go? Platinum is above gold, correct? And also diamond. Diamond is above gold. No, or not?
Diamond is.
Yeah, but meaning they do like like bronze, like copper, bronze, or whatever it is, and they do silver, and they do gold, and then they do platinum, and I think they do also diamond, no, or the diamond, platinum. Yeah.
Do it in the kiddush.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You have the difference. Yeah, for sure. Yesterday was creme de la creme, creme de la creme, creme de la creme. Yeah. So he says. So what happens is that the gold is the last one. Meaning it's the lowest of all of them. You need to think about it. Fine. My melechet tupecha unkavecha bach. What does that mean in the pasuk? Right, that it's going to be like the work of tupecha v'nekavecha. What does that mean exactly? Amar Rav Yudam Rav. Amar Kadosh Baruch Hu lechiram el Tzur. Says Kadosh Baruch Hu to Chiram, the king of Tzur. Bechani stakalti. I looked at you and I knew that you're going to rebel against me, and you're going to make bebarati nekavim nekavim adam. And therefore I made holes in the human being in order to take out excrement, in order that you shouldn't be haughty. You understand?
He was God.
Exactly. So now if he has to make excrement and start doing all these necessities, it's to put the guy in his face. What you think you're God? You're very far from it. You understand? So for now the guy comes and he starts doing all these things, right? It's powerful. V'ika de'amni in sabi musei, achi, and this is what it means. HaKadosh Baruch Hu told him, Bechani sakalti, I looked at you, ein he'amu bet. Look at 75b. Ve'kanasti mita l'adam rishon, and I put mita on Adam Rishon. Basically, he's saying that he couldn't do it just for the Rashaim, enough for the Tzadikim, so everybody was punished, basically. And the Tuprecha is, it's like the Nekevecha is like the holes, which is basically the different openings where they have to come out. Fine. What does it mean by Mikra? Amar Yochanan lo Yerushalayim Shalom Zev lo Yerushalayim en Olam Ba. Yerushalayim Shalom Zev kol harotze la'alot oleh shel Olam Ba en olin le'mezumanim la. He says that at the end of the day, it should not be not like the Yerushalayim of Olam Zev, not the Yerushalayim of Olam Ba. Kol harotze la'alot oleh shel Olam Ba en olin le'mezumanim la. In the future, the tzaddikim will be called on the name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shneimar says the pasuk, Kol nikra b'shvim lichvodi berativ, yetzarti v'afasiti. Right, which means that in the future, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will come, right, and they will be called on the name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Because everything, yeah, for sure, you need protection. You can't go up 100%. There are 3 people that are called on the name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. These are the tzaddikim, Mashiach and Yerushalayim. Tzaddikim, as we just said, Mashiach, as it says, right? And Yerushalayim, as it says, Saviv 18,000 v'shem ha'ir miyom Hashem shama. Al tikre shama l'shema, meaning it's its name, not there. Not that Hashem is there, Hashem is its name. Amar Rabbi Elazar, says Rabbi Elazar, Atidim tzaddikim shomrim b'fnei kadosh. That means in the future they will say kadosh on the tzaddikim, just like they say by HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shneimar, v'yan isha b'tziyom v'anotav Yerushalayim kadosh yamelo. They're going to say that he is holy. The Amar Rabbi Yochanan says the name of Yochanan. It's the 5th thing now. Do you know that in the future Yerushalayim will be even higher? Meaning even now Yerushalayim is up, right? It's in the mountains, but all of a sudden now it's going to kol parsa ze 4 mil. The kol mil 4 mil. The kol mil ze 2,000 amah. Okay, so it's going to go up 3 parsaot. Tachshov al ze kacha. Every parsa, right, is 4 mil, and every meal is 2,000 amah, which means that every meal is around a kilometer. Is around a kilometer. 2,000 amah is around a kilometer. So if it's 1 kilometer, kol parsa is 4 mil. Yeah. So therefore, it's shalosh kaful 4 12 kilometers. They're going to bring up 12 kilometer. The mala. They're gonna bring it up 12 kilometers upwards. Oh, 100%. We'll be able to say Jerusalem from all over the place. Think about it.
That's why
the prices are so high. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, especially in the highest places in Jerusalem. Yeah. So he says, right? Was like underneath it. How do you know it's 3 parsaot? Rabbi says, he says, I saw Yerushalayim at the beginning, and right now it was 3 parsaot difference. The Shema Tomar, now maybe you're going to say yesh tsar la'alot, that it's very difficult to get up there. Tamulomar mi ele ka'av, tufem ha'chayonim al rubutehem. So Amar Rav Papa says, Shnai, we learn from here. The word eva here, it's talking about this anan, this cloud, which is above, it's 3 parsaot. It's 3 parsaot high. Okay, another thing also now. Amar Chanina bar Papa, bikesh HaKadosh Baruch Hu latet et Yerushalayim b'midah. He wanted to place Yerushalayim fixed. Shneimar va'esa enai va'erev hinei shviado chevel midah va'omer ana ata olech va'yomer elai lamod Yerushalayim milot b'mer rochba v'mekoma aruka. אמרו מלאכי שלפני הקדוש ברוך הוא ריבונו של עולם הרבה קרקים בראת בעולמך של אומות העולם ולא נתת מידת אורכה מידת הרחמן ירושלים ששמך בתוכה מקדשך בתוכה בצדיקים בתוכה אתה נותן בה מידה. It's all stories, Richard. It's not difficult.
You're going well. I'm having trouble keeping up.
Okay, so read the English. Yeah, one more time. It says over here that he wanted to place Yerushalayim b'midah, and now he's coming and he's saying, now where are you going exactly? So he says, I'm coming to measure Yerushalayim, right? That it should be how much is going to be the length and how much is the width. So he comes and he says in front of Shalom, you placed a lot of cities in the world, right? But you didn't come and start why all of a sudden in Yerushalayim you're coming and you're measuring the width and this. So he says Yerushalayim, that your name is inside of it. Midashecha, you have the bit of Midash, you have the tzaddikim, you're going to start putting like a fixed thing. Well, what's going on? What does it mean? Yerushalayim is going to come and start spreading, right? That there's no gvulot. So all of a sudden there's no boundaries. It's just spread and spread and spread. They actually say that in the future also Yerushalayim and all of Eretz Yisrael will spread, right? Mamash, like a tzvili, just like a deer. Mamash, it's gonna spread out and spread out and spread out. So we're gonna have a very big thing. That's why you see it nowadays. Did you ever realize the only place in the world, right, that if you think about it, you could be driving, in 1 minute it's gonna be deserts, the next minute it's gonna be orchard, the next minute it's gonna be mamash like very very close, meaning it's very dense. Like it doesn't make sense. Here you have desert. Usually deserts are all there. This is all that, you understand? I mean, it's very far away from each other. Here it's all, why? Because in the future it's going to spread out. Right now it's all like this, but in the future it's going to spread out. Okay. So Amar Shakish says Shakish, Atid HaKadosh Baruch Hu Losif Yerushalayim Elef Tefef Ginaot. In the future, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to add on to the shiur of 3 parsaot in Yerushalayim. Ginot. You know how much ginot? Think about how many ginot. We're talking about how many ginot? 1000 פעמים הגמתיות of the word tefef. Tefef is 169. So 1,000 times that. 1000 kefel migdalim. Migdalim is going to be 1,000 times kefel. Kefel is 210. 1000 litzui biranot. Right? These are tirot. How do you translate tirot in English?
Complicated.
The first one was gardens. The next one is like towers. The next one is like, I don't know, you said in English. A tira.
Castles.
Castles, okay. Castles, 146. And again, times 1,000. Fortresses, okay. Elef shenesh shilo. Taftarot mivsarim are like, the cities which are fortified. This is the fortresses. 345, which is Shiloh. Bechol achat ve'achat, and even every single one of them, Havia, Tzipori b'shalvata. Like Tzipori was one of the best cities in Eretz Yisrael, as we find in Ketubot and everything. So he comes and he says, Tanya, we learned in the Braita, Amar Rabbi Yosef, Ani ra'iti Tzipori b'shalvata. I saw Tzipori in Shalvata, והיו בה 180,000 שווקים שמוכרי ציקי קדרה. And they had 180,000 shvakim marketplaces, a mochrei tzikei kedera, that they were selling different types of like, okay, you say it's a cholent. It says, potstut, tavlinim. We're talking about also like even the how do you call them, the condiments? Yeah, even like the condiments. That's what it says here.
Spice market.
Yeah, like a spice market. Yeah, okay. It says here tavlinim arevim usamim that they added to bishul kedera. Meaning it's not the main dish. It's like they're selling the condiments to the main dishes. Okay. That's laot tsela el tsela. We're talking about now in the Bet HaMikdash. They had like these little cubbies that was tsela el tsela, chambers. It was shalosh u'shoshim pa'amim, 36 times. My shalosh u'shoshim pa'amim. Amar Rabbi Levi, says Rabbi Levi, in his papi, in the name of Yeshua ben Sechni. Im shalosh Yerushalayim, and if there's going to be 3 Yerushalayim, kol echad ve'echad yesh ba 30 morodin lemala. They're going to have 3 dirot ab, meaning it's going to like 3 floors. Im 30 Yerushalayim, and if there's going to be 30 Yerushalayim, so kol echad that has 3 morodin lemala, it's going to have 3 above. Itmar, it was stated. Sefina, right? We're talking about now a machloket to do the sefina. Rava says, given shemashach kol shu kana, right? The second that you push the sefina a little bit, you already acquired it. And Shmuel says, look at you have to move the entire boat from its place, meaning not just a little bit. If the boat's here, right, now it has to become here, meaning the entire boat has to move place, not only just a little bit moving forward. So says the Gemara, why don't we just say it's a machlok tanaim? Keitza b'mesira, how do you do mesira? Achza b'talfa v'sara, if you grabbed its parsa, we're talking about like the hooves or the hair, or b'ukav shaleh, or the saddle, or b'shlif me'aleh, or the burden which is on top of it, or b'resen shabifia, or the, how do you call that thing in the mouth again? The bit, thank you. Or bezuk shvata, or the bell on its neck. Kina, you acquired it. Keitza b'meshicha, how do you do meshicha? Right? The mesira is you're giving over. Meshicha is you're pulling it. So korela, if you call it and it's coming on its own. Or shikisha, you hit it a little bit with a stick and it ran in front of you. Kevan shakra yav regel, once it moved its hand and foot, kina, you acquired it. Rabbi Yacha says, no, you have to walk. Leimar Rav Damar Ketana Kama, when we just say Rav holds like Ketana Kama, and Shmuel says like Rabbi Yacha. So Amalecha Rava says no. Ana Damni, I'm going to say even according to Rabbi Yacha. Adkan lo Kama Rabbi Yacha. Until now Rabbi Yacha comes and says Ba'alei Chaim. Davgav da Akra Yav Regel, but even though they came and they uprooted the Yav Regel, Zuchta kaima, אבל הספינה, כיוון דנדע בפורטה, right, since he moved a little bit, נדע לו זוקולה, he moved a little bit. ושמואל אמר, Shmuel says, אדם אפילו תנא he said, like, even like the תנא קמא. כאן לא כמה תנא קמא, one is תנא קמא talking about, אלא בבעלי חיים, by בעלי חיים. וכיוון דמייקר יד ורגל, because since it's going to move the יד ורגל, אידך למייקר קיימה, we're moving a little bit of it. אבל ספינה, היא מה שיכלה כולה, if you're going to pull the entire thing, no. Meaning he wants to say, no, it's even I hold the same thing by the boat. The boat is different than a Baal Chaim. But the Baal Chaim, it's moving. So therefore it was already okay also mekomo. The boat, it wasn't okay mekomo. So you have to pull the entire boats, the entire thing. So lema kani tanai, why don't we just say it's another machloket tanai? The Tanya we learned to the right, sfina nikne b'meshicha. A boat is going to be acquired with meshicha. Rabbi Natan says sfina ve'otiot, sfina and also otiot. Otiot is like a debt document. Is going to be acquired with a meshicha. Uvishtar and also with ashtar. So now obviously we're going to say who's talking about now debt documents. So we'll speak about that. Bezrat Hashem.